Welcome to the deep dive from AI Briefs, episode 295. We've got some fascinating developments today showing AI pushing into really different territories, almost extremes.
It's definitely been a packed 24 hours. You're seeing these huge, infrastructure plays measured in trillions.
Trillions, yeah.
And at the same time, these really fundamental shifts in how we might interact with AI on a personal level. It just shows the sheer speed and, well, the breadth of it all.
So our mission today is to give you that rapid insight. First up, OpenAI. They're making, a pretty big competitive move, expanding ChatGPT to allow mature, even erotic conversations for adults.
That's a major headline.
Yeah.
And second, a big computational breakthrough from Ant Group. Their new thinking model hit silver in a major math competition. Open source, too.
And third, this idea that maybe the big AI content flood is leveling off. New data suggests the web's settling into something like an even split between human and AI stuff.
Which has huge implications. Plus, we'll hit the rapid-fire updates. Google's rolling out features everywhere, OpenAI's huge funding plans, and these new enterprise deals making assistance, transactional.
Okay, let's start with that OpenAI news because, wow, that feels like a complete philosophical turn. The AI erotic companionship angle.
It really is. So CEO Sam Altman announced planned personality upgrades for ChatGPT, and part of that is allowing mature erotic chat for users who are verified adults.
And for ages, ChatGPT was super locked down on this, right?
Yeah.
Protection was the absolute priority.
Exactly. And Altman basically admitted that their very strict approach, while protective, it hit enjoyment. That's a quote. That's a huge shift, moving from purely safety first to considering user freedom, maybe even desire.
It's a direct shot at that growing AI companion market, too, like xAI's Grok.
Absolutely. And think about the pressure this puts on others. OpenAI has, 800 million weekly users? If they shift their boundaries here, it forces companies like Anthropic, who really built their brand on safety.
Constitutional AI, yeah.
They have to decide. Do they stick to their guns or do they follow the market leader into this, massive potential market? It really could fragment the whole AI landscape.
So OpenAI goes for scale and maybe more freedom. Others might double down on being the safe choice. What's the timeline?
It sounds pretty quick. First, an update mimicking the popular 4.0 model's behavior, and then the Erotica support is slated for December, assuming, robust age checks are solid.
High stakes with that many users.
Very high stakes. Okay, so from the intimate, let's pivot hard. Let's go to pure computation. This Ant Group breakthrough out of China.
Right. Inclusion AI, their AGI initiative, they unveiled Ring 1T, an open-source thinking model.
And the performance is, frankly, stunning. Internally, it achieved silver-level status on the International Mathematical Olympiad, the IMO.
Silver is huge. That puts it right behind the giants like Google and OpenAI's gold-level model.
Exactly. And the tech specs are where it gets really interesting. It uses a mixture of XPer's design and MoE.
Okay, break that down. Why does MoE matter so much here?
Well, the model technically has a massive 1 trillion parameters. But the MoE architecture means only about 50 billion are active for any specific task.
So it's got the potential scale, but it's way more efficient in practice.
Precisely. Less compute needed, less energy, lower cost to run compared to a dense model with 1 trillion active parameters. It makes that near top-tier performance much more accessible.
So it's not just powerful, it's efficiently powerful.
That's the key. And the fact that this is open source achieving this level, solving 4 IMO problems first try, nearly matching Google's best on the hardest one, it really does blur that line between open and closed AI development.
It democratizes high-end capability.
You got it.
Yeah.
And it's another big signal about China's progress in challenging, Western dominance in foundational AI.
Okay, truly significant. Now let's zoom out to the web itself. The study about AI content maybe hitting a plateau.
Yeah, this is fascinating for anyone in content or SEO. A study looked at tens of thousands of articles, 2020 to 2025 timeframe. After ChatGPT launched, AI content obviously surged. It even briefly overtook human output late last year, around November 2024. But that crazy growth has stopped. It plateaued.
So now it's roughly 50-50, human versus AI.
Roughly, yeah. The web's kind of stabilized there.
But why? If the tools are getting better, why isn't AI just taking over completely?
Well, the researchers think it's down to performance. A lot of that mass-produced AI stuff, what some people call AI slop, just doesn't do well on search engines.
So Google and others are getting better at spotting low-value generic content.
It seems like it. They're deprioritizing it, which suggests we might be entering an era of the Let's call it the credibility premium.
Meaning actual human insight and value stands out more.
Exactly. The big wave seems to be cresting. AI is a great tool, a collaborator, speeds things up. But the market, kind of enforced by search results, seems to be rewarding content with genuine human value, unique angles, authenticity.
So human content might actually have an inherent edge now, credibility-wise.
It looks that way. The mass-produced stuff might just become background noise. Which is interesting, because while the content market demands quality, the investment market is demanding massive scale.
Okay, perfect transition. Let's get into the huge infrastructure and enterprise news from today,
Yeah.
because the numbers are just, wow.
Staggering is the word. OpenAI is reportedly putting a 5-year business plan in place. And the goal is managing, or maybe necessitating, over $1 trillion in AI investment.
$1 trillion?
Yeah.
That's not just investment, that's reshaping global tech infrastructure. How do they even plan to fund that kind of vision?
Well, the plan seems multifaceted, expanding revenue, obviously, big government deals, enterprise contracts, launching Sora for video, developing more advanced AI agents.
And consumer hardware too, right, with Jony Ive.
That's part of it. Plus, building out the actual infrastructure, partnering strategically with chip makers like AMD, NVIDIA, Broadcom, and cloud providers like Oracle. And don't forget the Stargate data center project. That's pure future-proofing compute power.
And speaking of monetizing an enterprise, we saw Salesforce making moves on two fronts. First, partnering with OpenAI.
Yeah, integrating specific Salesforce apps, they call them Agentforce 360 apps, directly into ChatGPT.
Okay, what does that mean practically? Agentforce 360 is their AI CRM suite.
Essentially, yes. So imagine being in ChatGPT, pulling up live customer data from Salesforce, maybe checking on an order, or even selling a product using an integrated checkout feature, all within the chat.
Seamless. But Salesforce isn't betting everything on OpenAI, are they? They also expanded with Anthropic.
Right, hedging their bets. They made Anthropic's Claude the core model for Agentforce 360 as well. They're co-developing industry-specific AI solutions and integrating Claude into Slack more deeply. Smart diversification.
And this idea of chat becoming a storefront, Walmart's doing it too.
Yep, Walmart and OpenAI. ChatGPT users can now browse and buy Walmart items directly in the chat using an instant checkout. Search, find, buy all in one flow, mediated by the AI.
The friction just disappears. Okay, before we hit the tools, quickly on model efficiency. That's crucial for making all this scale affordable. Alibaba's Qwen team.
Yeah, they released new versions of Qwen 3VL, more efficient, dense models in the 4 billion and 8 billion parameter range.
And the key is they're punching above their weight.
Apparently so. Reports suggest they're outperforming other models in that smaller size class, like Google's Gemini 2.5 flashlight, even OpenAI's compact GPT-5 Nano. Efficiency is becoming a major competitive axis, not just raw size.
And OpenAI is playing that game too.
Seems like it. They released an updated web search model, GPT-5 Search API, for developers. It's reportedly 60% cheaper than using their general API for search tasks, plus it has domain filtering.
Lower cost equals wider adoption for enterprise search. Makes sense.
Absolutely. That cost reduction enables a lot of these partnerships we just talked about.
All right, let's wrap this deep dive with a quick look at some trending AI tools you might actually use today for productivity.
Okay, rapid fire. Big news for search choice. Perplexity is now a default search engine option in the Firefox browser.
Nice. For web folks, Flint is a tool that claims to generate fully coded, on-brand web pages directly on your domain. Could speed things up dramatically.
For HR and hiring, Micro One generates custom exercises to test candidates based on real job scenarios, trying to get beyond just talk.
Content marketers, check out Amplify. It helps repurpose long-form stuff, like articles, into potentially viral LinkedIn posts.
Learning faster. Jungle AI uses AI to generate flashcards, and Mello helps you find interesting clips from videos and podcasts using AI search.
And any utility, URL to any. Converts web pages into different formats like Markdown, PDF, images. Good for grabbing and reusing content.
So wrapping it all up, what's the big picture from today? We saw AI pushing boundaries everywhere, into intimacy, tackling really complex math, but also kind of finding its level in the content world.
Yeah, the integration is just accelerating. You've got these mind-boggling trillion-dollar investment goals on one end, and then instant checkouts popping up right inside your chat window on the other. AI isn't some niche thing anymore.
Not at all. It's becoming fundamental infrastructure. It's changing how we learn, how we buy things, how we interact online, maybe even how we connect.
So something for you to think about is where that credibility premium for human-created content really matters most in your work, or maybe just in what you choose to consume.
Definitely. And if this deep dive helped you get up to speed quickly on all this, please do follow the AI brief for more analysis like this.
And share this with anyone else you think needs to stay informed in this fast-moving space. Thanks for joining us.
We'll catch you on the next deep dive.